Was Eric Davis one of David Grusch's sources? We've got that and a lot more to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. Eric Davis confirms he was one of the people giving Grusch breadcrumbs on where to find the U.A.P. control CR program, crash retrieval program. Here we go. Mark Chain says that Grusch heard rumors, and Eric Davis, the Eric Davis, says that, Mark, I interacted with Dave Grusch from 2020 to 2022 as part of my job. I was one of his classified IGIC whistleblower complaint witnesses because he got the breadcrumbs from me and a close colleague on where to find the UAP crash retrieval program. So Dave Grusch heard no rumors. He used his access to the special security system to locate and talk to the industry crash retrieval program personnel face to face. And he got that information from Eric Davis. So it sounds like Eric Davis is indeed read into the program. He's part of the control group, or, been read into some aspects of it. And he had the access and the knowledge of how to get Dave into these programs and to get him face-to-face meetings with people that have been performing crash retrievals and reverse engineering of UFOs. This is huge. Eric Davis, of course, is a big player in all of this. Lou Elizondo has called him a hero and says, if you only knew what Eric has done for this country. Eric is a fascinating cat in all this, and this is just really, really intriguing. I would love to know what Eric knows. I mean, he knew where these programs were located and who Dave Grusch needed to talk to. What else does Eric know, and what has he been a part of? I would love to know. I would love to know. Okay, next story. Gary Nolan. This is really interesting. He's making fun of SETI. Oh, you are talking about the SETI sister organizations as suggested by our local non-human intelligence ChatGPT-4. Piketty, peek at extrasolar entities, keep them there ideally. Avoseti, avoiding very obvious space ETs intentionally. Cringetti, can't really investigate nearby galactic entities, too intimidating. Nim-Yeti, not in my backyard, ET intelligence. I love it. Yeah, so Gary Nolan throwing shade at SETI. I thought that was hilarious. Other news, Tom DeLonge is calling the aliens, or at least some of them, the bugs, and basically saying it's a very dark, scary thing, and UFOs are not friendly. And let's just hear what Tom DeLonge has to say.
Phenomenon is interested in the bad things, and it brings along a lot of bad things, and it's not because that we're going to come out and say UFOs are real. Well, guess what? UFOs are bad news. Deal with it. They just are. The UFO phenomenon has a hive mind, okay? These creatures they potentially don't have souls. They're like clones. And they worship their own technology to some degree. You have shows like Ancient Aliens and every other thing out there that's coming up with these bizarre ideas that aliens built everything. And now people are not, or now people are, for a lack of a better term, worshiping aliens. Aliens built everything. Aliens made us. Aliens are the gods. Aliens this, aliens that. And I said, that's what happens when there's a vacuum. And it got filled with something that is no good. So we're going to come out of this thinking that aliens are good, and they're not, and at least this one specific race I'm talking about. So, and I call them the bugs. Because, you know why I call them the bugs? Because other people call them the bugs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you go. There are the bugs. I guess he's talking about the grays, specifically probably the small grays. All of this picture looks more of a large gray. And they are bad news. UFOs are bad news, and it's all very negative, at least coming from them. They have a hive mind, etc. And that's interesting. And who knows? It could be true. I do think that the Greys don't seem to be monolithic. There do seem to be different factions and different groups of them doing slightly different things with slightly different motivations. Some more aligned with positive forces, and some more aligned with negative forces and doing more negative things for more selfish reasons. So we can say that some of them are probably negative and are at least pursuing their own interests, independent of our interest. And he's probably not wrong about that, but he does seem to paint the phenomenon as a whole in a very negative light. I don't think that's helpful to go into this with a fear mentality. We seem to co-create many of these experiences, not all, but many of these experiences, especially the CE5 type and the personal interaction types, are things that we are often co-creating. And it's unhelpful to go into it with a negative, fearful attitude, go into these experiences with love and light and openness. So, however, that there are many, countless cases, of course, where people are interacting with things that they are not co-creating. And some of those are very negative. And that, so he's right in a sense, but he is painting a broad brush, something that maybe shouldn't be painted in a broad brush. And it's putting ideas in people's head of fear and negativity, where that is really unhelpful. We need to ideally get to a place where we are in open contact with the phenomenon. We're all doing C5 together and singing Kumbaya and stuff and interacting with the positive elements of the phenomenon. That's where we need to get. And we're not going to get there with this sort of, information being put out there. And he is being told this information by, presumably people on the inside that call them the bugs. And so is that the information they want Tom to put out? Are they feeding him disinformation because that's what they want him to put out? They want people to have this fear response. Well, it's possible. It's possible. Why would they want people to have a fear response? Well, so they don't look into it, so they're scared of it, so they rely on the military and the government to deal with it. That's my take, but let me know your take in the comments below. All right, moving on to our next story. We got Ross Coulthart. What does Ross have to say? The James Webb Telescope has detected signs of ET life. Well, that sounds intriguing. Let's listen.
I'm hearing a lot of rumors about the James Webb Space Telescope having detected something significant. I tweeted about it just yesterday, but apparently NASA's announced the detection of a potential signature of extraterrestrial life in the atmosphere of a planet located 120 light years away. And apparently the James Webb Space Telescope produced a potential detection of the molecule dimethyl sulfide, which is only produced by living organisms on Earth. It's a tentative detection, and they're preaching caution before they declare it's aliens. But what we can expect is that there's going to be clarification of that this year. And okay,
well, that's really cool. I hope we get clarification. I hope they announce they've discovered ET life. That's amazing. Could it happen? Absolutely. We're living in 2024, guys. This is the year, hopefully, that UFO disclosure really kicks up a notch. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if this were part of that, intentionally or not. I'm not as excited about that. I mean, we've got UFOs right here interacting with us, and the government knows and is interacting with them. So, but that is very exciting. It could engage the mainstream in this conversation, and I think that's extremely important. We're never going to get to a point where we're all singing Kumbaya and doing C5 together and interacting with the positive elements of the phenomenon if people don't know about it, if people don't think it's real. So, good news, positive developments, positive developments. Meanwhile, Stephen Diener has this to say from the U.A.P. Podcast, the Unidentified Alien Podcast, has this to say. Yes, I have personally been told by someone in direct contact with this new whistleblower that they are coming. And even more significant, I have been told that this person is one of the first-hand witnesses that supplied Grusch with his information. This is going to get real interesting. Stephen Diener follows up by saying, as far as I have been told, he will provide a first-hand account. And then he says, whistleblowers, sorry for the mix-up. No aliens coming to the podium yet. Well, I that would be amazing, but yeah, I would be shocked if aliens actually came to the podium. But very exciting to learn what may be in store. We've got whistleblowers, guys. We got whistleblowers, y'all, coming forward in 2024. At least that's how it appears at the moment. Meanwhile, we got this really cool story. This was sent to me from Rick. I'm not going to play it. It's got music and stuff, but there are
Zach, and I'm Jesse, and you're watching.
No ads. But yeah, there is a nuclear fusion rocket coming that may be able to get us to Mars very quickly. A couple of weeks. So, will that happen in our lifetimes? Will that happen in the next few years? Well, we'll stay tuned, but it's exciting to think that conventional physics might allow us to go into space. I love it. Okay, I'm going to totally butcher this pronunciation, but Stanford researchers successfully alter hypnotizability using electrical brain stimulation. What? A team of Stanford researchers has shown that hypnotizability, or how deeply someone can be hypnotized, can be altered using electrical brain stimulation. The researchers also note that previous studies have shown the susceptibility to hypnosis to be a stable trait that didn't change over time, like IQ or many dominant personality traits, making this discovery somewhat unexpected. If perfected, the researchers say this process could open up the possibility of clinically proven hypnosis treatments for people suffering from a wide range of conditions, while also hinting at the possibility of changing other aspects of the human mind thought previously unchangeable. Now that is juicy. Meanwhile, Timothy Alberino appeared on Redacted and was talking about his experiences in Peru and the attacks that were going on there and may still be occurring. I didn't learn a lot new from what he was saying, but it does appear that the village that he went to, or one of the main villages that he went to and spent time in, they have not been having any attacks since he left them. He was able to give them some technology, night vision goggles, etc., and help them, patrol better, and etc. And apparently that worked, or maybe the phenomenon has moved on, and they have no longer been having attacks. Now, again, it may have moved on, and they may be attacking other people in other places. But maybe there are some techniques that these villagers could learn to prevent attacks in the future. So I hope that knowledge spreads and, they're able to get access to this technology if that's helpful to them. But yeah, a really good interview on Redacted with Timothy Alberino, and I'll link to it, and you can watch the full thing at your leisure. Last but not least, Think Tank is posting this intriguing video of what looks like a spherical UFO. I mean, look at that. That is a pretty good UFO. So, what do you think? Is that CGI? Is that, is that a legitimate UFO? Could that be a drone or a balloon? We'll see if it does anything anomalous. It's drifting high. Based on the camera work and everything, it looks like an authentic video, but, who knows? They can be pretty good these days. They can be pretty clever. But, yeah, I'm not seeing it do any fancy maneuvers or anything. But it's just kind of slowly moving along. It does not seem to be moving in a way that a balloon would move. So I'm thinking that's a legit UFO, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I'd sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter and Discord links below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel. I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.